We had such a great
Full disclosure.
We had.
I'm woke.
I love her down. One last thing. I'm woke. Like, are y'all conscious? Like, are y'all doing the do as far as up here goes, or y'all just like snowing? That's what they be doing. All these people in Congress, all this MAGA, all this craziness. Trump by himself is just, I don't need. Is that man? Is there some sentience up in that orange head with the toupee that they can't glue down proper? Like, is it? Hey everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Milford, here for your creature comfort, and today I wanted to do another reaction video. This one's going to be to Congresswoman Gwen Moore for remarks in the Rules Committee opposing Republicans' billionaire bonanza. That money sure always making this country funny. That money sure is not working well for us, honey. Okay, in the name of championing black femininity and uplifting black feminine figures and black females, black women, Gwen Moore, Democratic U.S. Representative, and I would like to read a little bit of a bio regarding her. Gwen Moore, born April 18, 1951, is a Democratic U.S. Representative for Wisconsin's 4th District, serving since 2005. A longtime advocate for low-income communities and women's rights, she previously served in the Wisconsin State Assembly and Senate. In Congress, she sits on the powerful Ways and Means Committee and is a member of the Congressional Black, Progressive, LGBT Equity, and Women's Caucuses. Come on now. You got me with the LGBT. You didn't guess it. Moore is known for her work on economic justice, housing, predatory lending, and reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act. She was also the first African-American woman elected to Congress from Wisconsin. We love to see it. We love to see the power. We love to see, like, the power at play. Please make sure to check out my stuff. It's in the link down below, and let's go right into it.
I want to talk about the tax provisions of the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
Big, ugly bill.
I really can't argue with the president over the fact that this bill is big. It's 1,000 pages of a big bonanza for billionaires. I know that we have been accused of characterizing this as a bonanza for billionaires, and the numbers will bear that out. I know, Madam Chair, you're fond of fact-checking stuff, so I hope that you will do that on behalf of the American public when it comes to talking about how those folks under $100,000 are going to experience such a great growth in wealth and income. You know, you've heard a lot about work requirements and how that's going to generate all these savings. You heard about how these lazy little boys that are in the basement playing video games saying to mom, bring down some more potato chips, are going to
lazy men that just gotta get up and get to work.
$800 billion in savings. How many of these boys do we have? Are there that many video games? I would have to ask. You know, we're talking about how we're just going to rout out waste, fraud, and abuse, and that's somehow going to generate over $1 trillion in savings. I'm asking you, you know, even those of you who are not that good in math, to try to figure this out with me. You know, let's begin the analysis of this bill, not with all the numbers that we're all going to be throwing around here this morning, but let's just begin this analysis with a moral question.
It's going to be tough.
Should children go hungry or be left to suffer or die from treatable diseases?
Nope.
And if your answer to that, anybody, if your answer is no, then just sort of reason backwards from that.
You know, a lot of these people in MAGA and in the Republican community and in the community that supports Trump all around, I think that it's a very ugly bill. If you take a look at it, if you watch some stuff about it, it is very much just, like she said, tax cuts for the billionaires. Going to be a lot of cuts for people who need it. And that's not okay. And the One Big Beautiful Bill is a disgusting name. I hate saying that. Like, it's a one big busted up bullshit bill, okay? So a quick side note here. Unfortunately, at this point, the bill has been passed, marking a devastating blow to LGBTQ plus rights and visibility. Despite widespread public concern and advocacy, the lawmakers moved forward, disregarding the voices of those that were most affected. This moment demands not silence, but louder resistance, renewed community support, and urgent action to protect our dignity and safety. You know, and we are here at Deanfmofficial to have a community, and I think that community is very important in these times. Thoughts and condolences to everyone who will be impacted by the passing of this big, terrible bulk of a bundle of a bill. We fought hard, and I'm so sorry it came to this, but, you know, please know I see your fear, your anger, and your heartbreak. I see everything that's going on. Like, I'm sure a lot of you can relate. This is just a devastating blow to everything we stand for. We shouldn't tolerate it. Republicans and the MAGA, they are very hypocritical when it comes to, like, they say they love God, they love Jesus, they love Christ. Jesus and Christ, you know. But at the same time, they're going to let children suffer, they're going to let elderly people suffer, they're going to let LGBT, I mean, they try to justify the LGBT hate with the Bible, which is ridiculous, but I mean, we're gonna have trouble fighting. It's not even in the Bible, you know, but you know, they're gonna let the marginalized community suffer, and it's not okay. And it's very much contradictory to what they say that they believe in.
I'm so happy to be the last person to speak on this panel, because we have heard from our
Getting the last word, come on.
And on other committees about the harms that this bill is gonna do to millions and millions of our constituents, fellow Americans. We're going to cut $230 billion out of SNAP. We're going to kick 13.7 million people off their health insurance. We're going to trigger $500 billion in cuts from Medicare, those of us who are protecting seniors here on this panel. We're going to reduce educational opportunity for American children.
They call themselves championing Christ.
Least able.
Yeah.
There are people kids who just might not be chosen. I was one of those kids. I wasn't chosen.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any choice. And this is who we're going to take money from. We're sitting here bragging about so-called savings. And what are we going to do with these savings? What are we going to do with the savings? Are we going to take these savings and reduce our debt? Nope. We're not going to do that. These tax cuts are so massive that we don't have enough kids to starve.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
We don't have enough people to deny health care. So we're just going to ask Americans to finance tax cuts for billionaires on the national debt.
Just play along with it. Just go along with it. Like, it's cool, y'all.
I just paid off a credit card. I mean, I was so relieved. It was the first night's sleep I had in a long time.
I'm sure it's stressful.
And we have people here. I know my good friend, the chairman of our committee, does not like debt. Well, he used to not like debt. They kind of like, you know, they've got all kind of budget tricks in this billionaire bonanza bill.
Isn't making it long in and of itself, like just kind of like
9 years.
Y'all ain't gonna read all this.
Making dozens of provisions that benefit regular Americans temporary to get them through the 2026 cycle, to get them through President Trump's tenure as president, assuming that he won't get a third term.
Yeah, he's working on it.
Have to do something else. But that being the case, I mean, it is so cynical to tell people you're going to get. We're going to give these to you. We're going to have permanent tax cuts for wealthy people.
For the Elons of the world.
But we're going to make this temporary, just long enough to trick you into believing that it helps. So, what is the cost of this bill?
Better tell it.
After we strip away all the gimmicks, it's going to be, not including the interest on the debt, it's going to be at least $5 trillion. So, my twist on Mark Twain's statement, there are lies, damn lies, and then there's trickle-down economics.
Lives lost and lives said.
We've heard, at least, I'm 74 years old, and I swear to God,
you look great, girl.
I can remember when the talk of the trickle started. And it hasn't trickled yet.
Trickle-down economics
bill is not going to start the trickle. The so-called fiscal hawks will try to make you believe that this country club urban legend that tax cuts pay for themselves. It has never worked.
Never.
But
Tariffs don't work.
It has not stopped the talking point. Deficits aside, this bill is ugly, as we say, because it is ultimately a betrayal of the contract that we have made with the American people, and especially to our babies and to our working people. You know, it's a union hall working
oligarchy
man's
party.
bill, but it is all for the millionaires and billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
The so-called no tax on tips. That's a distraction.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Windfall
What?
that they're giving to the richest people in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Tax breaks for billionaires and millionaires is not tethered to our doing something
So
for regular
just
people.
delusional.
Y'all chose
arrogant.
to do that.
They could be at risk too.
It's perfectly possible to draft
Trump.
tax legislation in a way that doesn't provide the most fortunate among us with a windfall. But y'all chose to do it.
Yep.
Now, in the Ways and Means
funding you.
markup, we stayed up all night, and I do
Makes the world go.
empathize with you, Madam Chair, for having to stay up all night, because we stayed up all night.
Ooh.
And I see some of my colleagues are still here, stand up all night again.
Must
We
be
offered 33
Heck, the
amendments,
gas place.
33, to keep the wealthiest from getting the benefit, most of the benefit from this tax cut.
Yeah.
So we
Hard-working
suggested
individuals.
that, there shouldn't be any tax cuts for individuals making over $400,000 a year. Republicans voted no. We suggested that, if they make $10 million, we shouldn't give them a tax cut. Republicans voted no.
They don't need it.
We said,
What's the need for it? What's the urge
$100
for it?
million? Republicans voted no.
Really need?
We said $1 billion. They voted no. You know how they voted.
Yeah.
No one was just too rich for this tax cut. In the
Scrooges.
worldview of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle in the Ways and Means
Grinches.
Committee. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, the JCT numbers show that this bill
Tiny
is even
Tim's like-
worse for people on the bottom rung.
Yeah. Yep.
By 2029, sorry, according to JCT numbers, after the temporary tax cuts for people making under $30,000 for a year, on an aggregate, they're gonna, as a group, they're gonna be paying $5 billion more in taxes. That's a big tax cut, Madam Chair. Fact check that. Now, imagine that, Madam Chair. There's so many ugly things in this bill.
She said, look
in this
something up.
1,000 pages, this big, beautiful bill. My 5 minutes could not possibly do them justice. Making it easier. I couldn't believe it when I saw this, Mr. Chairman, Madam Chair.
I could. To be honest, I could believe it. Believe it
I
down.
couldn't believe it when they proposed to take away
Unfortunate.
the taxes on silencers for guns.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a great focus.
Why?
You know?
There's a $200 tax on buying silencers for guns. And then we're going to kick 2 million children off the child tax credit. They brag about doubling the child tax credit, but Madam Chair, the poorest, the neediest, the most vulnerable children get nothing. Unless their parents earn money. And what I say is that, why don't we just make the
putting a lot of
kids
the
go to
children-
work? Just cut to the chase.
Think about
Tell
the children.
kids y'all got to start working.
Claim to care
Maybe
about.
cut some of them school hours and go work as the shampoo girl so that your mama can get money to do what we know did. We cut poverty in half.
Man, the children don't have to worry about their
When
parents'
we
health care.
expanded the child tax credit to include the poorest, the 17 million kids that this bill doesn't cover.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, the main thing, let's keep the main thing, that this legislation before us will make Americans more in debt,
More power.
will make them hungrier,
Yep.
will make them sicker, will make them more ignorant.
Oh.
They'll be falling behind other nations, will be upending national security, all to lavish more and more and more and more on the luckiest and wealthiest among us. And Madam Chair, I am and I just want to point out to
Such a
y'all,
shame. We had such a great country.
full disclosure,
We had.
I'm woke.
I love her down. One last thing. I'm woke. Like, are y'all conscious? Like, are y'all doing the do as far as up here goes, or y'all just like snowing? That's what they be doing. All these people in Congress, all this MAGA, all this craziness. Trump by himself is just, I don't need. Is that man? Is there some sentience up in that orange head with the toupee that they can't glue down, Papa? Like is it? And that, my dear, was reacting to Congresswoman Gwen Moore full remarks on the Rules Committee opposing Republicans' billionaire bonanza. We don't want to give the checks because to billionaires, we don't want to give them to the millionaires. And I think that they are very much, I don't know what's going to happen with that. A lot of lives have been lost by this man already due to war. We haven't helped to healthcare in general due to immigrants sent here, sent there, put in ICE detention and dying in ICE detention in and of itself. We are killing people. And they plan to kill more people. And they really don't care about life. Was Jesus like that? Like really about cutting healthcare to the kids? Giving tax cuts to the richest of the richest of the rich? Didn't Jesus speak out against the accumulation of wealth? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments if the Bible, does MAGA really play it for the Bible, or do they really play it for the really trying to save their title? You know, I don't know. There's a lot of macho-ness and there's a lot of this ego that are gonna have to be defeated at the end of the day here. Just people admitting that they're wrong is so difficult for some reason, but I don't know. And I hope you have a nice day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.